Married at First Sight Australia, Season 13, Episode 6. Let's go! Married at First Sight Australia, Kylie Minogue, Hugh Jackman, Iggy Azalea. We got singles whose dating life's been a failure. Let's meet them. We got Rachel, we got Steven, we got Elisa, David, Julia. We got Chris and Grayson, Juliet. Another Chris and Rachel, Gia. We got Becca, Rebecca, Philip and Stella, Brooke, Mel Luke, Joel. Who else do we got? Steve. Danny and Scott. The drama's a lot, but there's love to be found. Stephanie Tyson, we holding it down. Bounce, this the recap. Grab a drink, get a savory or a sweet snack, and sit back as we unpack what happened, like back to back. Let's go, bro. We open up with Stella and Filip on their honeymoon. They're in the hot tub, romantic vibes. She's got her feet on his chest. He's like rubbing them. They're popping champagne, getting their bubbly on. The energy is good. They're laughing, vibing. They haven't done the deed yet. They're taking their time with it, but the attraction and the chemistry is popping, okay? We check in on Grayson and Julia, and they're on their honeymoon, and they're starting things off real slow, like real slow, separate rooms and all that, but they're not making it weird. It's just like, hey, we're on the same page. We want to kind of build the friendship up first. Fair enough. You know who's not taking it slow? Scott and Gia. We catch up with them and they're like, hey, we finally got it popping last night and it was fire. Fuego. I mean, yo, it's the morning after and they both look like, yeah, they had a good night. You can tell pipe was laid down. The box was thrown at him without prejudice. Rounds were had. You can tell she got that good, that whop. You can tell. Look at Scott's face. That's a satisfied man right there. Compare it to Danny's face after him and Becky did their thing. Let's put those two images next to each other. You don't have to be a sexologist to make an educated guess as to which one of these dudes had their souls snatched out their body on some Shang Tsung vibes. Hey, yo, the proof is in the pudding, because my man goes, hey, I think it's brought us closer together. Yeah, I bet it has. Speaking of Bec and Danny, we check in on them, and the body language is a lot more positive. He's got his leg on her. She's stroking it up. She's apologizing like, hey, sorry I straight up accused you of looking at other women. Maybe it was on me, okay? All my insecurities from the past and all that. He goes, yo, I appreciate that, and I'm sorry if I messed up in any way. They piece it up, hug it out. You know what I'm saying? They get a little, they get a few smooches in there. Hey, maybe there's hope for these two yet. We get a little montage situation of all the couples packing up, leaving their honeymoons, heading back to Sydney. Yeah, they're heading back to Sydney because y'all already know what time it is. It's the first dinner party, baby! First to arrive, it's Filip and Stella. They look amazing. The drip is dripping. They're all over each other, super happy. Next up, we got David and Elisa out here looking like a celebrity couple on the red carpet. You know what I'm saying? They sit down, chop it up with Filip and Stella. The vibes are vibing. Next up, we got Rebecca and Steve. They look glamorous. She's got like a sparkly dress on. Steve got his tan on. They look happy. The group is in good spirits. They're like, hey, cheers to being married. Bec and Danny rock up, and they're not looking as loved up, but it's still good vibes. And as soon as they rock in, the groups do this thing where they split into like the men and the women. And Bec's trying to put on like a positive front, but it's low-key obvious that there is trouble in paradise, you know? They're like, hey, Bec, what's the intimacy saying? And she keeps it a buck, like, listen, first day on the honeymoon, we got it popping. But yo, we haven't done it since. Stella's like, yeah, but do you want to? Bec's like, yeah, but we had a conversation after. It's like maybe we need to slow it down a bit. You know what I'm saying? Being all coy with it. Julia and Grayson rock up. They look amazing, man. The conversations are flowing. The Mel and Luke rocking. They ain't even holding hands or nothing, okay? Mel comes alive when she sees the other girls, though. She's like, ah! I'm like, yo, who is this? And what has she done with Mel? Yo, she's super hyped. She's pouring herself a glass of wine. She sits down with Elisa. She's like, yo, it's not going too good, girl. She's like, yo, he's a lovely guy, but it's not the rom-com fairy tale I imagined. Chris and Brooke rock up, you know what I'm saying, looking happy. And the boys notice, they're like, hey, Chris, you are glowing tonight, bro. You are not the same Chris from the other night. And then Steve and Rachel rock in. Steve's just being awkward, like, hey, hello. The vibes are vibing, the wine is flowing, the convos are dope, but all of that's about to change. Cause Gia and Scott rock up. And they look like they're on the set of a hip-hop music video. Gia got the puppies out, you know what I'm saying? Big hugs all around. Then it's like, ding, 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 dinner is served. They all sit around the table, drinks on deck, cheers and all that. Good vibes. They're doing up the food. Gia's like, I'm bored. Let's create some chaos. She's like, hey, who's done the deed yet? She flat out asked Steve and Rachel, like, have you two gotten it on? Rachel's like, no. You know, Gia's like, really? Are you close though? Rachel's not entertaining this foolishness, bro. She's like, nah, not really. Takes a sip of her wine. She's not here for the shenanigans. But Steve, Mr. Oversharer over here, he goes, well, we have had a few hiccups. You know, we had a few hiccups during the honeymoon. Steven's like, word, what do you mean? What happened? The whole group staring at him like, give us the tea. Yo, you can tell Steve already regrets his life choices. Like, I shouldn't have said nothing. But he kind of explains, like, look, I was trying to be flirty and funny, and I guess I said something that went left field. Rachel jumps in like, hey, no big deal. It was a big misunderstanding. She downplays it like, it was nothing. But if you've seen the episode, it was definitely a big deal for her. Homegirl was crying and crashing out. Gia's like, well, we definitely got it popping. We tried to hold off and we managed for like 4 days. And then once them floodgates were open, it was just like, and our physical connection is crazy. It's brought us closer together. The whole time, Bec's on the other side of the table doing that wine dirty, looking all kinds of jealous. Gia hollers at her like, hey, how was your honeymoon? They're like, hey, we went to Fiji. It was beautiful. Gia's like, hey, we went to Townsville. Bec and Danny are like, Townsville? Well, it's no Fiji, is it? Gia's like, okay, that's all good. But what about the intimacy? What's it saying, though? Bec's like, all right, whatever, okay? We did it once, okay? One time. Gia's like, oh, wow. For us, it's been like what, babe? Maybe 12 times? Bec is like, yo, sometimes the slow burns are actually the ones that are a good match. And the ones that start off too strong, they crumble and fizzle out. Gia's like, nah, that's not true, because we got it popping, and I don't see us fizzling out. Don't be generalizing like that, Bec. Bec kind of backtracks a bit. Rebecca jumps in with some wisdom. She's like, hey, listen, everybody's moving at their own pace, and that's okay. The conversations start flowing a little bit more chill, you know what I'm saying? A little less confrontational, good vibes, stories are being shared, people are expressing their love, and for the most part, everybody seems happy. Except for Mel and Luke, okay? Their body language is just weird, bro. At one point, she drops something like some cutlery or whatever, and Luke's like, oh, you're on fire tonight. She's like, what? He's like, cause you dropped something, you know, it's a joke. She's like, ha 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 ha. Yo, she seems so unhappy. Like she's not even making an effort. I'm thinking, just go home. Go home. Leave the show. Leave this experiment. It is not for you. She moves away from him, right? Sits closer to the women. She's like, yo, girls, I am struggling. Our personalities don't match. And yo, you know it's bad when Gia is the voice of reason. She's like, yo, give him a chance, bro. She's like, hey, the whole night, homegirl spent more time talking to my husband than our own dude. Even Stella is like, yo, Mel is being super hard on the guy. She's just shut down completely. Elisa's trying to understand, like, hey, look, what are the icks? What is it about this dude specifically that just irks your spirit? And everybody wants to know. I mean, I want to know. So we're all staring at her like this. Yeah, what is it? She goes, like, when he's watching TV, he has the volume up so loud. Gia's like, okay, but does he turn it down when you ask him to? She's like, no, I don't ask him to turn it down. And everyone's like, yo! You are not giving this man a chance. Luke's on the other side of the table chopping it up with the fellas and Bec and Rebecca. And he's like, look, I've got 2 sisters. I get along with women. I just, for some reason, can't seem to get along with her. And I am trying. I'm giving him my all. And he's like, I can see her energy tonight, how happy and positive she's being with everybody else. And I'm just not getting that. And then she sits back next to him. Rebecca kind of asks both of them, like, what is going on, guys? Like, can you meet somewhere in the middle and build up a friendship? Mel's like, yeah, you know what I'm saying? I hear you. You can tell she hears what everybody's telling her, but it's not sinking in. She's not absorbing the information. She's just checked out. Danny opens up to the group like, hey, we had a bit of a rough patch, but we worked through it. Gia's like, I knew they were going through it. Stella's like, do you feel like maybe you got it on too early? Bec's like, no, not at all. No regrets. The morning after was beautiful. She's obviously like trying to save face, right? But I don't think the group are buying it. And Daddy's not helping. He goes, hey, in the past, I've always rushed into things. So in this experiment, I kind of wanted to take it slow. And he's like, you know, obviously we have like a really good friendship. Everyone's like, oh, he friend zoned her. Gia is loving it. Bec tries to save it. Like, yeah, I feel like I found my best friend. Everybody at the table was just looking at them like, oh. Alright, that was the episode. If you've made it this far, thank you so much. I honestly can't thank you enough. There's a lot of channels on this site that are like covering the show, and I'm the new kid on the block. I'm still working on upgrading my sound and setup. So you being here, it means the world to me. Please give the video a like. If you haven't already, please subscribe. I'll be back with the next joint. Until next time, you take care of yourself, fam, cause I love you.